Hi guys, Wednesday, May 13th, and we're out in the garage for two explanations today. We're going to go through the strength component, actually three explanations. We're going to go through the strength component, the workout component, and then an extra accessory at the end that some of you guys may or may not have done before. So, without further ado, strength. A lot of us do not have the weight required to do heavy lifts. So we are going to simulate the stimulus of a heavy lift today with some tempo squats, 4 rounds, max effort, and a minute and a half rest in between. So the way we read that, tempo, 4 numbers, 4 different points. There's the lowering of the squat, there's the bottom position of the squat, there's the raising of the squat, and then there's the top position of the squat. So when you see 4-1-2-1, what that means is it should take you 4 seconds to get down, 1 second pause at the bottom, 2 seconds to come up, 1 second pause at the top before you go into the next 4-second descent. All right. It can be any kind of squat. I'm going to demonstrate with a barbell back squat. It can be a front squat. It can be an overhead squat if you guys want it to be. I'm going to demonstrate with 2 dumbbells, and I'm going to demonstrate with a kettlebell. However you guys want to do it. The idea here is that max effort means when you can no longer hold that tempo. Meaning if 4 seconds turns into 3 seconds on the way down, we're done. All right, and then a minute and a half rest from there before your next set. So, grab the barbell. The back squat is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 second, 1, 2, 1 second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 second, 1, 2, 1 second. All right, and then same thing, whether I have 1 kettlebell or 2, 1 would probably put us into a goblet squat position, 4 seconds down, 1 at the bottom, 2 up, 1 at the top. If I have 2 dumbbells or kettlebells, I'm going to toss them on the front of the shoulders for a front squat, or the top of the shoulders for what seems like more of a back squat. All right, so 4 rounds total. All right, for today's workout, we have something fun planned for you guys. Death by. We're going hang squat cleans today. So I will demonstrate with a barbell for the prescribed version, and then stick around at the end of the video to see all the different modifications. So, hang squat clean. Can start anywhere above the floor. For this, I would rather see you guys starting above the knee, just so we don't get that extra time going below the knee as we get further into this. Down to the hang, up into the lift, down into the clean, and then back up. Couple things on the technique points. Make sure 1, hitting the bottom of the squat. 2, we're hitting the top of the hip extension before that bar comes off and back down into the hang position. If you're not familiar with death by, the minute you're on is the number of reps you need to complete before the minute is up. Therefore, the first minute, you have to get 1 done. Second minute, you have to get 2. Third minute, 3, etc., etc. I would suggest trying to hold onto the bar as far in and as long as you can go. You probably will have time to set it down and pick it back up, but as you guys really get in further into this, that is going to become harder. All right, guys, let's talk frog pops for today's post-workout accessory work. We're basically looking at a hip extension, external rotation glute exercise. So, feet are going to be together. Knees out to the side, very similar to what most people would think of as an ab mat sit-up type position. From here, I'm going to lay back onto my mid to upper back, and we're basically just doing a glute bridge, except as I squeeze the glutes and drive up, I'm essentially pushing through the side of my feet, and I'm leveraging through the mid to upper back. A couple little points here. We want to make sure the chin is here as opposed to laying back and open. Essentially, you're going to keep looking at your hips as you press up. If we want to add weight to this, as it says, think of these as dumbbells. I set them on top of my hips.
Press up from there. It could be a kettlebell or a plate. Or we could technically even try a weighted barbell here. Just be careful with where you're going to set it. All right. So 3 sets, 20 reps, weighted if we can. Frog pops to get that glute burn for the end of our workout today.
All right, guys, we're talking modifications for the workout. What if I only have 2 or 1 dumbbells, maybe kettlebells, or 1 dumbbell, 1 kettlebell? Or maybe I don't have any of the weights at all. I do have a band, or I have nothing. Here's what we're looking at. Pretty simple. 2 dumbbells or 2 kettlebells. I'm into my hang squat cleans from there. 1 dumbbell, 1 kettlebell. I can go all the way down to the ground, or I can just pop it up from the hang into the squat clean from there. I can alternate arms, or I can alternate rounds, right side, left side, up to you. If I don't have any of those weights and I do have a band, I can always do a good morning into a squat. Good morning into squat. Obviously this is going to be a little bit easier than if we do have that external weight, so you're probably going to get much further into the death by. Now, I don't have anything. What can I do to create the same stimulus, to get the same kind of effect, maybe even make it a little bit tougher? Well, we do have something called a jumping air squat. That will be super fun, especially as we get into the 15 to 20 range and beyond.